Welcome everyone. If you're new here, my name is Laura and I make content about mostly cleaning, some cooking, maybe a little bit of lifestyle here and there, hauls, things like that. So I had every intention of making this video a deep clean of my kitchen, but life just kind of got the best of me, so we're just going to roll with it, and I am just going to show you a little bit of my deep cleaning of my kitchen and then probably finish the rest of this in another video. So I'm first putting away my clean dishes. I loaded up the dishwasher. This is just part of my like nightly duties, you could say, is to get those things done and clean and get all of that out of the way. And then I'm just going to start deep cleaning my kitchen. So I first just sprayed down, that was really gross, this little countertop area right here. That's where my dish strainer sits. And then also I have some fruit in a bowl, as you saw. So I'm just going to wipe all of that down. This is like a lemon and vinegar cleaner. It smells really, really nice. And it actually works pretty well for the most part. But I do like to take, as you can see, like a Clorox wipe, and I usually wipe down my countertops. And I'm also really focusing in this video on the walls. Obviously you can't see that close up right now, but my walls are so dirty and disgusting. There's like food splatters on them. And every time I look up when I'm washing my dishes, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so dirty. And so I'm trying to focus on that and getting those clean because I don't, to be honest with you, I don't clean them very often. Also, I'm so sorry. There's like pieces of things on my pants, like right where my butt is. I don't know what that is. So I apologize for that. Anyways, we're just rolling with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe down the countertops, and then also, as you can see right here, just really getting those walls cleaned. I recently got a new steam cleaner and I tried it out a little bit and it works pretty well, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. Like a shot clean or shot steam cleaner. So I'm hoping to do some cleaning with that in some videos, but I haven't used it a whole lot yet. And I really, to be honest with you, in this video, I just didn't have the time to get it out and fill it up and wait for it to heat up. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use these wipes and the spray just to get that stuff done. So now I'm just like washing the dishes that I can. I love to, in the morning, come down to a clean sink. It's like one of my favorite things as an adult. And so I try really hard to get most, if not all, of my dishes done, so it looks really nice and clean in the morning. So I have moved on to my sink. I used I think it's the Power Paste. I have the tangerine scent, and I felt like this worked pretty well for my sink. I've used it on my stove before, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't like it as much, but it does make my sink really shiny and smell really good. And I used a I think this is a Scrub Daddy or Scrub Mommy. I don't know which one, but it doesn't have like the nice puffy, like spongy side. It's just kind of like that harder material. And so I don't like this one as much. It seems to hold so much soap. If you can tell, I have to keep squeezing it out to get all of the soap off. And maybe that was my bad and I just put too much Power Paste on the sink. But I don't really like it. I ended up throwing it away after this, actually. And I think I have another one that I'll get out the next time I have to do something like this. So I also put down baking soda and vinegar down in my sink to try to keep it clean because unfortunately, and I hate this, I don't have a garbage disposal, so I just have that tiny little like food catcher in my sink, and I hate having like a one-sided sink. I think it's like the most annoying thing. The only good thing about it is like I can't collect dishes that just sit because I don't have the room. Like I just don't have the room to put them anywhere, which is kind of nice, but at the same time too, it's kind of annoying that I can't let things pile up a little bit, but it's all right. You know, we're doing with what we have. We're doing okay with what we have, I guess I should say. So, yeah, I just feel like that's such an annoying part of living where I do. So like I said, I try to put the baking soda and the vinegar just to make sure, you know, it's nice and clean and it doesn't smell. I think that's the biggest thing too, is like it can smell really bad down in your sink. Alright, so I am all done with cleaning this side. The only thing I didn't do, which I really wanted to, was under the sink area. I really wanted to clean that. And then also I wanted to clean out my dishwasher, which I didn't get a chance to do because there were dishes in it. But I'm hoping to do that in another video. So now I have moved on to the other side of my kitchen. This is another kind of small area. I also wanted to buy like the tablets to clean out my washer, and I did buy a tool to clean out my dryer. So I'm super excited about that. I hope to get that this weekend. But over here, I just moved. I have my Instant Pot and my toaster, and so I moved both of those to go ahead and spray it down, and then wipe down the countertop and the walls. I did use my steam cleaner to focus on the window. I didn't record myself doing that because I kind of wanted to try out the steamer and see how much I liked it. And it came out pretty well. And I also have, the only thing it didn't get up, which I didn't expect it to, so I put plants on my windowsill, and a couple years ago I put them like on newspaper, and it was like, so it was 3 little pots, and it was in like a paper like container type thing, and I would water it, and it's really bad. It's like on the window, it like got stuck. You guys can see that was like after, and then this is like the before of how dirty my walls are, especially like the crevices, and that block thing I can never ever get clean. It's just like super sticky and gross. I tried so many times. Anyway, so back to the windowsill story. I pretty much ruined my windowsill with like newspaper that's like stuck in the paint, and so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. It's really unfortunate, but I learned my lesson. I won't do that anymore. I will get you know, things for the bottom of my pots. As you can see, there's one there. But like I said, I'm just going in really hard trying to use the wipes to clean in these tiny little areas. And I also really wanted to do my oven in this video, but I just don't have time. I feel like I was so busy this week and we really weren't that busy, but how do other people do it? How do you work, keep your house clean, hang out with family, hang out with friends on the weekends? Like, I just cannot figure this out. I don't know if it's just me. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's other people out there, but I am just in a rut. I feel like my house is always a mess. There's nothing that's ever clean. I always have to do laundry, clean my bathrooms. Like, I just cannot keep up with it and, do things on the weekends. Last weekend, I traveled to go help my sister move and I didn't get anything done. And I feel like it set me back like weeks. I think the only saving grace that I have is when my daughter goes to her dad's on the weekends. But even then, I don't think a weekend is enough for me to get everything done and put back together. So I need to figure out a system that works a little bit better for me. Definitely making these videos has helped a lot with feeling a little bit more motivated to keep things clean. But I'm trying my best, and I feel bad sometimes that I have a messy house, but you know what? Like I said, I'm just doing the best that I can and still trying to figure it out. Alright guys, so this is what this looks like when I'm all done. I also wiped down the toaster and I did clean my Instant Pot with my Steam Shot thing. It did help a little bit, but those two items are still really, really sticky. Just kind of annoying, and I'm just kind of showing the walls how nice and white and clean they look. And then the last thing I just wanted to show you guys was this extremely large pile of laundry. So this is 3 loads I had collected over the week, kind of just going back to, like, I don't know why, but I'm just struggling right now, just trying to get things done, keep things clean. I hope there's other people out there that kind of feel the same way. I feel like some weeks I have it together really well, but other weeks are just really difficult, and I'm trying to give myself grace, but it's just hard. I think I'm kind of like a perfectionist. I can be kind of hard on myself, but right now the most important things are we're happy and we're healthy and we're trying our best. So I'm just going to continue to keep doing that. We have clean clothes, and you know what? It's just a rough time right now. So, and I feel like it's much more important to be with your family. That's what I just keep thinking, because I often like stay at my parents'. They live in the same city as I do, but we live not super far from each other, but far enough that I don't want to drive home every night, and my daughter loves staying over there, so we just spend a lot of our weekends over there, and I think that can kind of cause me not to get things done, but it's not going to last forever. And maybe I just need to be more firm about saying, hey, we need to be home this weekend. But last weekend I had every intention of staying home, and then things just kind of went a little bit differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to try to roll with it, and like I said, this is probably just a phase. It won't last forever. So if anyone else is out there struggling, know that I am here with you, and we're just doing the best that we can, and we're just trying to get by right now, and it's a season that we're in, and it won't last forever. All right, you guys. Well, as you can see, I was able to tackle this massive pile of laundry. It took me about 20 minutes to fold all of this. I put all of my clothes away because I was in my bedroom, but my daughter's I just put in a basket, and honestly, I'll just deal with that later because I just don't feel like doing it right now. I just don't really have the time either. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I've built a tiny little community on here, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys being here, sticking it out with me. I hope to grow a little bit more, and I'm just super grateful that people are watching. But thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.